Okay, I'm here at the supercharger. I'm at 50% charge and trying to charge to full. I've had this car for 3 years now, and it's time to see how much range we have left. So I'm going to do a consumption test today to see how much we can get out of the battery compared to new. Again, this car has 3 years and 73,000 miles under its belt so far. I've got the Scan My Tesla app here so we can see all the variables. We're going to charge to full and see how much it thinks it has remaining in the battery, and then we're going to use it all and see how close we came and compare that with a new car. So one interesting thing with this car that I think might be a defect, it can hear the sounds of the fan. Seem like they're running very aggressively and no more than 35 degrees Celsius. And so I'm not really sure why the fans are running at this time. It looks like it's trying to heat up the battery pack. Okay, now the car says we have 100% remaining, and it says that's 271 miles. Down here, according to the BMS, it says 101%. 67 kilowatt hours it says is remaining, but it is still accepting charge, so we will just keep going until it decides to stop charging. Just to show you how well everything is still balanced after 3 years. This is with a full charge, 4.199 on the high side and 4.192 on the low side, it looks like. There's just a few cells in there that are just down by about 1/100th of a volt. Other than that, they're all balancing out pretty perfectly. It's been saying 100% for the last 20 minutes or so. At the end of the charging session here, it shows 67.5 kilowatt hours remaining at 100% state of charge. So as it turns out, I wasn't able to do the consumption test right after this full charge, but a few days later I went ahead and charged back up again to 99%, and I ended up getting 63 kilowatt hours usable remaining and 66 total. I decided to test out the consumption on a drive to Las Vegas. So this is a time lapse of the drive to Las Vegas. It was pretty warm out, but not overly. Like here it started, it was about 92 degrees, I believe. And then throughout the rest of the day, it cooled off a little bit to about 80 when I got to Las Vegas. So I started out in Anaheim at the Anaheim Supercharger, and I ended up going all the way to Prim, Nevada on one charge. And that's what you're seeing here. So this is just getting out of the LA area where there was a lot of traffic. This was on a Friday afternoon. So I did get stuck in traffic for a little while.
Yeah. endless places.
Okay, so I just arrived to Prim, Nevada. We got the battery warning, battery very low. Numbers, we arrived with 1.57% state of charge, but it says it actually has 7.2% left, so that's the buffer below zero. So right here we have 1 kilowatt hours usable remaining, which is about 3 or 4 miles, and 4 kilowatts nominal remaining, so that's the 3 kilowatt buffer. And then up here you notice under my trip we went 212 miles. We used 61 kilowatt hours, and 288 watt hours per mile is the consumption. So 61 kilowatt hours, we went from 99% or so to 1%. So we used 98% of the battery, 61 kilowatt hours. Of course, there is a little bit of buffer in there, that 3 kilowatt buffer. So it looks like I only got about 65 kilowatt hours out of this battery. I'll have to do the numbers. That was my 3-year, 73,000 mile contest for my Model 3 long range all-wheel drive. Thanks for watching.